Hello and welcome to another video, another month or another part work of the Fast and Furious 1/8 Dodge Charger, where this month we've got issues 47, 48, 49 and 50, and we are obviously building on what we carried on last time, or adding some extra little bits. We do have some bigger parts as well, so this is going to be rather interesting. So let's get into it and let's see what we've got. So we'll move the books to one side. So in issue 47 goes Arturo Braga and Enigma. So obviously I think it's stunt double or something like that, and going on about the stunt doubles I think as well. And then we've got the 2006 Dodge Challenger concept. Looks like a very nice car as well. And then in this one, we are actually connecting the wires and testing the lights. So yet again, we're testing the lights. So we've got the brake lights, headlights, rear lights, got cable clamps, we've got chassis stands, and we've also got the cable clamps as well, type A and type B cable clamps. And then we've got some screws as well. And then it goes through showing the individual bits, showing there, getting gripped with brake calipers. So obviously how brake calipers are made and how they're produced. And yeah, right, so let's crack on. And as I said, we've got these here. We've got the 4 chassis stands. So we can take those out of there. We've got the cables, the clamps, and a bag of CM screws. So remove that to one side and put that in the bin. And we shall get all these cables out. So we've got the lights here for the headlights and the tail lights. Okay, so what we need to do then is we need to bring the car over. So we don't need these just yet. So I'll put the clamp or the chassis stands to one side, and we need the center. We just need this section of the car here, and we get the book out from underneath the car first. So what we need to do is we just need to connect everything up. So obviously, as you can see, we've got the wires. So like that, I think they're the tail lights. Then you've got the headlights as well, and then you've also got a little switch. So it says insert the connector of the wiring 47A, which is 47A, which is this one here. Is the switch into socket 1B on the electronic control unit 46A. So that first one will go on to here into this section here. So we'll just unravel all the wiring, making sure not to bend or snag or break the wire at all. And there we go. Okay, so making sure we've got it the right way around as well. I think we have. That will then go into the first slot, just like so. So we've got the first slot, and that is your little button, tester button. The connector of the wiring for the headlights 47B, which is the clear light and the white and green cable. Excuse me. Okay, so I'm just unraveling the wire. try and get hold of it if we can. There we go. So yet again, just be careful of your cables. They've actually double tied this one, which is quite interesting. I'm not too sure why they actually tie these up like this. But there we go, right. Okay. So that one will then, 47B, go into socket 1A, which should be this little socket here next to the other socket of 1B. Okay. And there we are. So we've got the headlights in. So they will come to one side as well. Okay, and then we need, it says, and the connector for the rear lights of 47C to socket 1C. So it'll be the last socket there. And we then just connect everything, or untie this again. Making sure that it's all undone without breaking or anything. Okay, and then like I said, for the last cable, we then place it into there, like so. Okay, so we've then got the switch, we've also got the headlights, and then we've also got the tail lights as well. So it says now check the light. Now check if the lights work properly. Turn on the switch and on the battery holder. Okay, so I imagine. So we've then got. Right. Okay. So here we go. So what we do is we've got the switch here that we placed in. This is for the pedals, and they actually work, as you can see. And then we then grab hold of the green and white, I think it is. And I think it's this cable here. So it turns on these ones, but then also turns on the dashboard lights. Okay, so that is awesome. That is that done. And that is also that stage complete. So we don't actually need anything else. So we are left with the 2 bags of the wire clamps, and then we're also left with the bag of CM screws. So we'll put that book to one side, and we shall bring the car off again for the next issue. So we'll put that to one side, and oh no, sorry, we are on issue 48, not 50. So on issue 48, Ramon Campos, the front man, he was in one of the films. He was in Fast 5. He played a key role in Fast 5, and later reappeared in Fast 6. We've got the Dodge Dart, 1963 to 76 model. And then we're also attaching the wires to the chassis. And we've also got the floor pan with 4 hooks as well. And we're just going through, adding all the different wirings in each bit. And then we're adding the little things on there. So what we'll do is we shall do this in some sort of reverse order, I guess. Because what we'll do is we will do the floor pan first, which is quite big actually, and it is all plastic. And then we've got the 4 little hooks. So all we need to do is, it says insert 2 of the hooks 48B into 2 of the holes of the floor pan 48A next to the instrument panel, and then holes on the, and same again on the other side. So we get these out, and these are quite small as well. And then all we need to do is just place them into these 4 holes, making sure that they are all facing outwards as well. So these are just push to fit. It's got the 2 on that one, and then 2 on the front, or 2 on the inside, and then 2 closer to the outside, like so. And there we go. So you've got your 4 little hooks there, and that completes that section all together. So we can move that to one side and then come back to what we have here. So we bring the chassis back up. I'll move the book out of the way because we do need to read the book as well. And what we need to do is, it says pass the wire for the rear lights 47C, which is the green. Yeah, the green. Which is this one here. There's the rear lights. Between the 3 pair of screw holes located in the middle and the rear sections of the chassis, 30A and 31A. So that would then come along here, up there, and then round through. And then the same as the red and the black. And then they are fitted with, oh, so it's just showing that at the moment. And then all we need to do is fit them with the 3 of the smaller wire clamps with some CM screws. Try and find my screwdriver. There it is. Okay, so get the screws, load the screwdriver up to start off with, get one of the clamps, and then we've got the first hole here. Okay. Just making sure that it's all neat and tidied. Try and get that, there we go. And then what we do is then grab another CM screw. Excuse me a minute. Okay, and now we're back. Sorry about that. These were a bit fiddly. Obviously you have to get the screw, one of the screws in first and then push the wire down. And yeah, try and get the other screws in. But I've now actually put all 3 in, as you can see, and there's another one there at the end. So that goes all the way through, following the lines, and that completes that bit. So, and then next thing we need to do is it says group together the following wires between the pair of screw holes on the front of the platform 24A or 21A. So we need quite a few wires here. Right. Okay, so we just get hold of quite a lot of these then, don't we? That's got caught on there. So making sure that they are all in order and things. So they would also go along the end right here. And we've got two that come from here. The two plugs. Oh, it's causing something there. There we go. Okay, so we've then got to put all four of those wires into there somehow. And then the last one is this cable here. That will then come over and go over like so. Right, okay. And then what they are, all we need to do is do the same again, and then just attach them with all three of these cable tie bits. So we then grab a screw. Okay, so that's the first one. And then grab the second one. There we go. So obviously we've got more space to work with these ones because they're longer cable covers. There we go. And then what we need to do is just pull these along again, and then they will be done again with the first one just there. And then grab a screw again. It's not actually wanting to go into the area that I want it to. Okay, there we go. So we then got that. That goes into that one. And then grab the second one. There we go. Just screw the, I'll tighten them up now. Tighten this screw up. And there we go. And then what we've got to do is then do the same again. We've then got the final one, which means it's very up close to the last section here, which we've got. Okay. So we'll then there we go. Grab hold of the screw. There we go, there's the bite. So that's the first one in. And then the second one can go in as well. There we go. There we are. So screw that back. That bit on there, and then that should complete all of that, and it does. There we go. So what, as you can see, we then also got the floor pan, which we did previous. Okay, so we have, as I said, we've all got these wires moving out here, the little switches, and we've got the rear lights as well. So we move that to one side again, and we then move on to issue 49. So in issue 49 it says speeding through tunnels, and going on about all sorts of bits as well. Then we've got the Dodge Hemi charger concept, a bit of a unique and interesting design. We've also installing the lever gear, so obviously for the gear lever, the center console, the gear knob, shift gate and things. And then obviously we need the floor pan this time. Getting creative with dipping, so obviously doing your own dips and different painting techniques and showing how you could do that, and then how to clean dipped wheels as well. So okay, we then move on. This is only a small one this time. Okay, so we've got some AP screws, we've got the gear knob and the shift gate and things like that, and we've also got this, which is the gear lever as well, which I think is metal. It definitely feels like metal as well. Okay, so first thing that we need to do is place the shift gate 49C, which is this one, onto the center console, and join the two components with an AP screw. So put those two together like so. Oh, and it's also got some detailing up on there as well. So get the screws out again. Then we need an AP screw. Tighten that up just to make sure, just make sure when you tighten it, you don't go too far, because otherwise you can either strip the thread or you can shear the head off on the screw as well. Okay, so there we go, that's that bit done. It says next stage is insert the inner end of the gear lever into 49A, the corresponding housing into the center console, ensuring the ball is at the opposite end and fits snugly, which is there, fits snugly into the housing. Then put the gear knob onto the gear lever. So then we've got that like that. We then place the gear knob on top like so. So it is able to move. What we then do is we then get the main floor pan, and all we need to do, it says here, just attach the piece that you've just assembled to the middle of the floor pan, ensuring it faces the same way as the illustration, and fit it with 2 AP screws. So there we go, we've got it that way. And we get 1 AP screw first. making sure that it's all nicely together. So you've got the first AP screw there, and your second one will go onto there. Okay. And there we go. So your gear lever is free to move as well, as you can see. So yeah, that is a neat little design that's done there. It then says join the middle section of the transmission tunnel, which is this section here, onto the floor pan, inserting 2 tabs to the corresponding slots. So it's then got to go. Which way has it got to go? Okay. Let's try it. Try it the other way. For some reason it wasn't actually showing how to put it properly together on the... There we go. So then I assume we're then attaching with the 2 AP screws. There we go. So then we get the 2 AP screws again. And then screw into the corresponding holes. That's one. And then that is 2. So you've got the two holes done, and you then got that. And that completes issue 49. So it says you now install the gear lever and the middle of the section of the transmission tunnel onto the floor pan. So that is that complete. And we are on the final issue of this month. So move the floor pan to one side again. I'll open the book up. It says about Phoenix, the opposite side or opposite of Toretto, or Phoenix, however you would pronounce it. The 1914 Dodge Model 30, old vintage car. We are assembling the fire extinguisher. So just as quick assembly on this one, and then putting it into onto the housing as well, or the floor pan as well. A new look for bodywork, so obviously body kits and things, and obviously you've got carbon fibre on there, and some wide arch body kits as well. So let's get the last pack out, and we shall start assembling then. So we get all the parts out. We've got those, and then we've got 2 brackets as well. Okay, so we've got a bag of AP screws, and then we've got a bag with a little red piece inside as well. Okay, so that's all the AP screws. It says join the front and the back of the fire extinguisher together and attach the 2 with 2 AP screws. So we get the 2 AP screws. That's one. And then that's 2. Okay, and then the next one, it says press the pressure gauge into the hole in the front of the fire extinguisher. So we've got the front of the hole there. And then you've got the pressure gauge. That'll just go on the top there. Okay, so we then put that to one side. We then get the floor pan, and we then attach the fire extinguisher stand, which is this section here, in the middle section of the transmission tunnel. And we've got the two holes here with a peg, so we've then got to line it up with the corresponding hole. Then we get the fire extinguisher on the next stage. Line those holes up, line all the holes up there. And then we've got the two AP screws. And then we tighten it from the underneath. That one's not wanting to line up properly. There we go. And there we are. So that's that. And then there's a touch with the two AP screws at the bottom. And then all we need to do is then we've got these two little brackets. Align the two brackets with the two holes. One there, the two there and the two there. And then we've just got to attach those two with two AP screws each. There we go. And then we do the same again. The last one. So line that up. And then just go back and tighten it up when we're done. As you can see. Go back and tighten that one. And there we go. So that now completes stage 50 as well. That is everything complete. So move that to one side and bring the car back. So we've got all the lights done, as you can see, the cable ties as well, and then also we've got the beginning of the floor pan, and that will sit onto there like that. So I hope you guys have really enjoyed this. If you have, drop a thumbs up and let us know what you think. And yeah, until the next video, I shall catch you then. Bye bye.